Good morning, class 12th. Let's start with our another lecture number 6, chapter 3, problems, features and policies of agriculture. In this lecture, we shall discuss a brief about this chapter, a summary of this chapter. Fine. So, in this chapter, basically, we did importance, features, reforms, achievements, and in achievements we did green revolution, its merits and demerits. Fine. So let's discuss these topics. Now see, first we have importance. Contribution to GDP, supply of wage goods, employment generation, source of supply of raw material. See, first point is contribution to GDP. It contributes to GDP. It is the dominant sector which contributes to GDP, but now its contribution has declined because the contribution of industrial and service sector has increased. Then we have supply of wage goods. Wage goods means necessity goods. Wheat, jowar, rice, bajra, it supplies all these things. So it supply wage goods, employment generation. 70% of the population is engaged in agriculture if we look at the data of 1951. So major source of employment generation. Then source of supply of raw material. It provides raw material to the industrial sector, hence it lead to the development of industrial sector also. Then we have source of demand for industrial goods. Now see, it demands harvesters, many machine, threshers for its harvesting activities. So it create a demand for the industrial goods or the machine made goods. Then we have substantial contribution to international trade. Our agriculture products are traded globally. There is export, import of agriculture products. So it led to the contribution of international trade. Then contribution to domestic trade. Within the countries, goods are demanded, so it leads to domestic trade also. Wealth of the nation. Wealth of the nation means how does it create the wealth of the nation? Because so much of amount is invested in land. Fine. India has a bulk of land and that is used in agriculture, and agriculture sector produces so much of output, generates so much of revenue with the international trade as well as domestic trade, hence it creates the wealth of the nation. And after this we have features of Indian agriculture. Now see, features are low productivity, disguised unemployment, dependence on rainfall, subsistence farming, small and scattered holdings, landlord-tenant conflict and backward technology. Low productivity. Productivity refers to the output per hectare of land. That is low because permanent means of irrigations are not used. Disguised unemployment. People engaged in the work are more than what are actually required. It leads to decrease in your marginal productivity. Dependence on rainfall. If rainfall is good, then productivity will be good. If the rainfall is poor, productivity will be poor. There are no permanent means of irrigation. Subsistence farming. Subsistence farming means they are earning for themselves only. They are not selling the product in the market. Their main priority is to fulfill the need of their family rather than earning the profit. Then small and scattered holding. Small and scattered holding means that they are not the real owner of the soil. They get just a small part of land to cultivate. Landlord-tenant conflict. Landlord, the owner of the soil, they charge high taxes, high rents from the farmers. And in case of bad environment, poor rainfall, the tenant has to suffer. Then backward technology, they do not use mechanized means of farming or permanent means of farming. They use backward technology. Maybe because of poverty, maybe because they don't know the exact use, maybe they are far away from the places where they can avail these facilities. So these were the features of Indian agriculture. Now see, in agrarian reforms we did 3 reforms. So 2 reforms are deleted from your syllabus. That is your land reforms. or institutional reforms and general reforms, they are deleted from your syllabus. Only technical reforms you have to do. Fine. So the achievement of agrarian reforms: spurt in crop productivity. Spurt in crop productivity means increase in the crop productivity. Rise in the area under cultivation, shift from subsistence farming to commercial farming and self sufficiency. Earlier they were earning for themselves. Subsistence farming means earlier they were earning for themselves, now they are earning for the profit motive. Then self sufficiency. Self sufficiency means now India is not no need to take credit from other countries. India is self sufficient, and in case of crisis India can earn for it self. It has sufficient food grains. Fine. So and after that we have green revolution, its merits and demerits. Now see, this chapter is completed, we have done with the summary, so you need to prepare for the test.